I am fortunate to know today's singer personally. I was in San Antonio for a while and got down to the Luna Cafe on San Pedro to catch whatever was going on that night. Didn't really go out explicitly looking for this person. Never heard of her before in my life. Great performance by Wendy Colonna that night in San Antonio, and I've seen her a few other places since, and just a great voice. And I just remember that evening walking in. It was maybe a $10 cover, and you're in this real cozy lounge, and you're just feet away, from the performers. They're basically in your living room, and here's someone of that caliber. We were just remarking how fortunate people in the audience, a couple of us were remarking about how fortunate we are to be this close to such a great act. And there's just those times when you got lucky. And that I always feel fortunate to turn on the music of Wendy Colonna, Austin Girl, and real class act, and singing the song appropriate for the day after the day of the election. We are one. So there's a lot of consternation out there in America the day after the election. Many protests. I'm seeing video on Facebook of political violence aimed at a Trump voter, for instance, and at Wesleyan in Middletown, Connecticut, they're having a late night scream on Foss Hill tonight and tomorrow night, I believe. And I think it's getting going kind of late, like 11 o'clock. It's just a way to get all your anger or dismay or what have you out of your system. Well, I hope that helps. Myself, I don't really have these feelings about the results of this election. Not that I accept what the people have decided, and I have always acknowledged that while for me I didn't have a hard time deciding against Donald Trump. I did have, in the end I kind of warmed up to Clinton. I was kind of looking forward to her being president, but the fact that other people support Trump is not criminal. Voting for the person you want to vote for. More people in enough states with enough electoral votes supported Trump, so he's our nation's president. That's the way it works in a peaceful society, and I think that's what buoys my spirits the most, the fact that we got through this, and unlike in other countries, we're not seeing a great deal of foment, and but it's never easy. There is some violence out there for sure, but that in America there always is, so maybe it's a little bit more status quo. Did hear a position was put out on the Trump site. They're still on the election site. They don't have a changed official government site as of yet. So still on the campaign site published a stance on the Second Amendment. Kind of things you would expect. One thing that it did mention that I thought was positive, it was the need to revamp our mental health and the linkage between mental health and violent crimes. People who kill tend to be mentally ill. By and large, that's kind of a psychotic thing. So you have all these psychopaths out there. Democrats have always maintained the way to solve that is to take away their weapons. Well, and leave them, in this state of utter hell. I don't think that's. And then the other. So what is the plan? What is the meanings, the tea leaves in this Trump statement? Very interesting. I have strong feelings about this issue. Being a former resident of Newtown, Connecticut, I got the call on that Friday from the Red Cross and went down, and I sat with some of these people who were just extremely traumatized, and going through an event like that brings you. It's a much more personal matter, the matter of killings. Even though I didn't actually know any of the victims or their families, or really, even though it's still an event like that happening so close to home. You're thinking about your own kids and their own classrooms and their safety. So anything that goes to the safety of your children is compelling, to say the least. So I'm far from indifferent on this matter, but I just think the Democrats got it wrong, and that cost them the election too. They did not engender great amounts of support for their Second Amendment plans, gun restrictions, some of which are reasonable. The assault rifle ban, that makes sense to me. I'm not saying I disagree with him on many of these, but there was a big elephant in the room that wasn't addressed. This kid Adam Lanza gets up one day and kills his mother and school children and himself. Well, what in the world happened to Adam Lanza? And it's plainly a mental health issue there. Not entirely. Everything he did was illegal. I don't think there's too much that was proposed by the Democrats to address this that had it been enforced before Newtown, if it would have changed anything, because the kid broke all kinds of laws. The fact that there are laws on the books doesn't change it, and she broke no laws. So, I don't know that. I do think taking assault rifles away. Well, I'm reasonable with that. I don't see why you need to get off 20, 30 rounds. Who are you defending? You're defending your house against whom? An army? And then, in that case, you need to call the police. Hope they show up. Because the idea that you are, with one rifle, going to take on, a dozen people, no rifle's going to protect you there. Okay? So, why do you need an assault rifle? The only purpose of assault rifle is to kill lots of people. And Trump, to his credit, has come out in favor of banning people on the no-fly list from owning guns. I recall that. So hopefully we can revisit the assault rifle ban, but probably won't happen in this context, will it? But maybe Trump would be reasonable on that. So we're looking for silver linings here. Those of us who recoiled at the thought of him being president need to get over it and start looking for, silver linings. Because otherwise, you're going to be up on Foss Hill screaming. And I might go up there just to check that out. That could be fun. I'm kind of driven by looking, dwelling on the results of an election. I don't think that's a lot of fun. So I tend to gravitate away from those kinds of painful things. Once in a while, you do need to atone and, reflect, and I do enough of that. I don't need to do that on my day off. So, I think my sauna needs some more wood. I'll be back.